Check it out by logging on to usatf.org/store. Back live as the 10,000 continues. Naya of Japan still in front, and they have 4 laps remaining. Dibaba of Ethiopia, Oljira of Ethiopia, then Chebet and Chirono, both of Kenya.
Chirono, 30 years old, kind of unusual. This is her first major championship race. Never been in a world championship, never been in an Olympic game. She won the Kenyan trials and is a bit of an unknown factor in these ranks. Chebet is a 2-time world cross-country champion, so she's known more for running cross-country than she is for running track and field races.
You get the feeling that Dibaba is just biding her time, waiting to pounce?
She almost looks bored, Tom. I mean, this is... You can even see the way she runs. She's up on her toes. She's got the big back kick. She's a sprinter. The other runners look more like distance runners. You look at their arm carriage. You look at the way they don't lift their knees in the same way. You know, saying bored, that's going a little bit too far, but this is a walk in the park for her at this point. Right around 31-minute pace. She's run under 30 minutes in her best. It would be very, very surprising for her to lose this race.
Well, the top 5 have separated themselves from the rest of the pack, and the trailers are content to let Naya set this pace. Now 3 laps remain.
Now, Dibaba, notwithstanding the fact that she had these cousins and her older sister had been runners, she didn't claim to be a runner. She moved from a small town about 260 kilometers south of Addis Ababa, where she grew up, to Addis Ababa to live with her older sister and attend high school. She got there 6 days after the registration closed for attending the high school, so she really didn't have much to do. She joined a sports club, started running, and within a year she was 5th at the World Cross Country Championships for the juniors. So she was immediately successful, and the rest, as they say, is history, and history of track and field.
Naya leads, Dibaba second, Oljira is third, and Chirono now has passed her countrywoman Chebet to take over the 4th spot.
You have to say that Naya's been very impressive. After Shalane Flanagan did all the early leading, she took up the pace. She didn't go a lot faster than Flanagan, but she did what she felt she could, and she's running close to her personal best time from the lead. That's not easy to do. She's made it a more honest race. That's why you see it down to 5 at this point, but nothing in her background tells us she's going to have the kind of finishing speed with 2 laps to go that some of the others in the field have.
So Naya tenaciously clinging to that lead, knowing that right on her heels is Trunesh Dibaba, Oljira, Chirono, and Chebet. And about to pass Jordan Hasse of the United States.
I mentioned that Chebet is a specialist in cross-country. When you win 2 cross-country world titles, you have to be considered that. She did finish 7th in this event way back in Osaka in 2007, so not completely unfamiliar with the kind of racing that's going to go on now as they're less than a lap and a half to go.
And Dibaba sneaks a peek up at the big scoreboard. Another look. And coming alongside Naya now through the home straightaway and approaching 1 lap to go, and Dibaba makes her move. Trunesh Dibaba going to the lead.
And it's helpful to have her teammate in second. The Kenyans, if they're going to challenge, and it only looks like one of them will be able to, are going to have to get around her in order to get at Dibaba. Dibaba has run any number of 60-second or sub-60-second last laps in championships, and very few of these women can match that kind of speed.
Here comes Chirono alongside Oljira and passing her, but Dibaba still out in front, starting to increase the margin. Chirono takes over second. Oljira is back into third. Chebet is 4th. It is Trunesh Dibaba that has the lead. Into the turn for home, and she's starting to pull away. Chirono can't keep pace. Oljira trying to hold third, lapping slower runners into the home straightaway. Trunesh Dibaba has her eye on the gold medal once again, and she's sprinting now for the finish line. Trunesh Dibaba of Ethiopia wins the 10,000 meters. There's the finish line, and she has an impressive margin. Gladys Cherono of Kenya is second, and it looked like Oljira of Ethiopia got third.
Another last lap coronation for Trunesh Dibaba. 60 seconds for her last circuit. She's a woman who likes to make history, Tom, and once again, she's done it with this incredible finish.
There she is with Oljira as the Ethiopians run 1-3. And Shalane Flanagan approaching the finish line. Through the home straightaway is Amy Hastings just to her left.
You know, Tom, a sport that needs matchups and needs big races, it's a shame that we won't see Trunesh Dibaba against her countrywoman, Meseret Defar. Would have been a great and signature race of this championship.
Trunesh Dibaba, maybe she is the greatest ever. She wins another gold, this one at the World Championships in Moscow.